it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Dragons of Buenos Aires taking on the Houston Texans.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And they run with Jacobs on 1st down, and he'll take this forward for about 5 from the 33. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 28.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get it.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Josh Jacobs. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go, start!
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 17-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Texans nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Stroud coming right back after the pick six. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
At the 30-yard line.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to... From putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
That's taken on the 25. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Texans will take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Pushes past him, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Texans nothing.
Come on.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Dragon 60.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll look to set up his blockers. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
18, pioneer. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. As Stroud now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the intercept.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last two drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
First and 10, it's Pierce. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Texans now at 2-5 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Ready,
2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Stroud looking to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they work this near the 5. Will be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Stroud. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Noah Brown laying himself out in the end zone. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They will run the draw with Jacobs. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 69 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to switch things up here. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw, Mayfield. Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Phillips now from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Noah Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now they pitch to Jacobs. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Fighting through the offense was Corey Littleton and making a nice play. Mayfield to throw it. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. Jacobs going to try the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Henry Toro there on the tackle. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Here is 3rd and 5. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dragons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Pierce gets this one running right. And a strong run that time as it's across midfield and down to the 43. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Stroud to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 39-yard line.
Ready.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And shutting it off, now open field. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop. Because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go.
This is 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Pierce. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Stop.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
At the 13-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Hand off right side to Pierce. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The second down throw now from Stroud. Quick slant here to Woods. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to break our 4th quarter tie. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Quick throw caught by Godwin. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Darren Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he gets it down to the 32.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Cowboy 80. 18 rattlers.
Now Stroud. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Stroud now on 2nd down. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. The man in motion is Brown. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This is 1st and 10. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here comes 2nd down. Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over about 50 now. And this defense has really had his problems trying to keep him contained.
Trying to run forward with Jacobs.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. They go with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Takes it to about the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's 2nd down. Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was the big shot for the end zone. You've still got a little bit of time here. You have to expect we'll see another. And remember, no timeouts left. So if you throw it short of the end zone and you're tackled, that's going to be the ball game.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. To a knee goes Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Houston, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Meanwhile, for Buenos Aires,
changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for...
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy, got 'em excited to